Hello, Divine Beauties. I thought that it was time to create a little bit of online content about my course. So, my book, Fierce Integrity, the subtitle is A Course in Living Your Truth. And this book was published in 2013. And I've shared some content on social media about the course a little bit, kind of talked about how I actually wrote this course, published it, and then, blew up my own life as I journeyed into my own Fierce Integrity. So I wanted to kind of read a little piece of it every day and then give you my thoughts on it so that you'll know what this course is about and you'll have a better sense if you want to work with me on your own journey towards living your truth. So the first half of the book is a memoir type book, and this will be the part of the book that I really update when I go to republish and revamp Fierce Integrity 2.0. I'm not sure how much of the course I will change. So part of my reason and my why for wanting to do this, other than to share the content and share my thoughts and my journey over the last 10 years, is to see if it still resonates and to still to see if it needs to be changed. So this is me doing this unfolding process out loud, in public, in front of you. So may we grow and change together. So the first part, before the course even starts, I have a little section on intention setting, which is what this video is going to be about. So primarily, we're going to talk about intention setting today. So before we get into the course, I would like to share some insight on the importance of intention setting. It is possible that you are already familiar and well-versed with the practice of setting intentions, but if you aren't, here are some things to keep in mind. Everyone is going to have a different way of setting their intentions. Some people do them verbally. For example, waking up each moment and choosing 1 to 5 intentions for the day and saying them out loud or to oneself. Some people write them down in a notebook or on a computer. As for me, I have a Divine Miracles and Healing document on my computer, which contains all of my intentions for all areas of my life, my health, my career, my family, etc. I check in with these intentions regularly and I adjust them as needed. So back in 2010, 2011, 2012, this document was it for me. That was my primary. It's long. It ended up being like 85 pages long on my computer. I don't use it anymore. I don't have a different process that has evolved. The really funny part about that is so much of it has happened and so much of it has come true. And so I highly encourage you to write these down so that you can reflect and look back and say, well, like, this is what I asked for. My cycling coach said to me this week, like, be careful what you wish for, because I was like, oh, I must be getting stronger. These workouts aren't as hard. Must be time for a fitness test. So be careful what you wish for. Be super clear about your intentions. And Danielle Laporte is a Canadian author who really helped me understand that it's not the external part of the intention that matters. It's the why, it's the feeling, it's the internal part. So like, how do you want to feel? Like, never mind what it looks like, never mind even about the how, but like what is the feeling state, and really connecting with those. I even have a handwritten document in my wallet that's been in there for 8 years about all the feeling. I think there's 30 words, like 30 feeling states that I want to feel across all areas of my life. So that's that. What I do about this today is every morning as part of my journaling practice, I have kind of my 5 whys or my 5 things. And there's 5 areas of my life that I have visions or big goals or my strongest intentions. And then the next part is 10 things I'm going to do about that today. And I kind of, go into, meditate, journal, eat nutritious food, show up for this workout, etc., etc. So that's kind of what it looks like today for me. Intentions are a great tool for getting really clear about what it is that you want to create in your life. I actually use the term co-create, as I believe that I'm working hand in hand with the divine in order to create my desired reality. I will often use words like source, God, the universe, interchangeably to talk about the divine. Know that it is not necessary to have the same belief in order for intention setting to work for you. So one of the things about this book and this content is I want it to be accessible to as many people as possible based on belief systems, spiritual. So it's transparently, it is a spiritual book, spiritual course, but I'm hoping that any framework for spirituality could work with the content. That was my intention or hope then, and that maintains true today. Yeah. So before you set your intentions, connect to your heart center. Sit quietly for a few moments, connect with your deep sense of inner knowing, set your intentions from that place. So in the morning, the first thing I do, I actually kind of trick myself into doing this, but I go over to the coffee machine, which I've already loaded up the night before. One of my 10 action items at the end of the day is do things today that my tomorrow's self will be thankful for. One of those things is get the coffee ready for the morning, and I'm like 90% of the time I do this, so I can just walk over in the morning and flick it on. And then while it's brewing, I sit and do my meditation practice. So 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, like somewhere in that range is where I'm at right now. It's been much longer in the past and, absent sometimes. But right now I'm pretty consistent, and it's, in that range. And so I'll sit in meditation first. Then I'll get my coffee, and then I'll sit down with my journal. And so I feel like I'm really present to those 5 intentions right now, which happen to be, covering the big areas or the big goals or the big vision for what I want to create in my life right now. From my experience, intention setting can be one of the most powerful practices that you will ever engage in, but only if you believe in its power. If you don't believe in it or only believe in it half-heartedly, it certainly won't have the same impact in your life. So part of the practice for me is to look for evidence that it's working. And one of the ways that it gets confirmed for me over and over and over again is through synchronicity. So about a year ago, my girlfriend gave me the homework assignment of write about synchronicity like it's your job. Like, look for it, document it like it's like in a scientific notebook kind of thing. And so as I'm writing along in my nice black pen, when I have synchronicities to report on, I put them in a bright color. So I'll really pay attention to the ways in which it's unfolding and I'm being supported. And part of my intention is to see it working. So that can be part of it too. Once you have set your intentions, walk away. What I mean by this is to put the pen down or close the document on your computer and acknowledge in your heart, mind, and soul that it has all happened just as you intended it. Invoke a deep sense of knowing that it will all unfold as you have intended it to, and live from that place. So I am less good at this. I'm working on this. This is something that I have a lot of like doing energy, striving energy, making it happen energy that I'm really working on giving over tons of the responsibility to the universe, because it is infinitely more powerful than I am. My ego doesn't like to think that, but it is. And so I do what I'm supposed to do. Those are the 10 things that really helps me. Those are the 10 things I'm going to do. The universe is going to do 90%. It's going to do the rest. So that's how I'm managing that right now, Let Go Business. If you're still not sure about how to get started, let's use this project, Fierce Integrity course, as an example. Here are some examples of intentions that you could set for this course. So I think this is funny. It is my intention that this project assists me in stepping into my own fierce integrity. So check, it did. Blew up my life. All areas of my life needed to be revamped. So hilarious. This project serves and benefits me on the path towards living my highest potential. Totally agree. I would say I'm 42 years old and I am closer to feeling like I'm in my highest potential than I've ever felt in my life. I'm definitely not done yet. Still a work in progress. I got up today, so my work isn't done. But mind, body, motion, spirit, all check all the boxes. I definitely, if I look back to my 20-year-old self, which I've really been hanging out with this week, there's no comparison. If I even hang out with my 30-year-old self, there's almost no comparison. So I can really honor and celebrate that I've made a tremendous amount of growth towards uncovering my potential, my personal potential. And then I'm surprised because I keep uncovering, like, well, I didn't even know I could do that. So cool. I commit myself fully to this project. I think I've done that. And I will spend 10 minutes per day working on the exercises and reflecting on the process. Notice the personal accountability and action step built into this one. So I would say that I'm doing that. As I step into my own fierce integrity, it will improve my relationships with my friends and my family. So that's a big why for me. One of the things in the meditation practice is I try to connect with why I'm doing it. And sure, it's so that I can be better, be calmer, be peaceful, whatever, have less suffering. But really, that allows me to show up better, more, all of the things for the people that I really authentically, deeply love and care about. So it's kind of like a loving compassion or loving kindness meditation, where there's definitely a part where I, connect with the people in my inner circle and then expand out where I think about all the people I'm going to encounter that day that I'm aware of. And I focus on how I would like to show up for those interactions. If it resonates with me, I will share this project with others so that they too can receive the gift of this process. So I'm finally at this place 10 years later, not quite, 9 years later, where I really want to share this work. Who better to share this work than me? With the author. Hilarious. I still think it's funny. Hopefully these examples will help to shed light on your own intentions for this course and assist you in aligning with your place of truth. So that was day 1 of 11 minutes. So these lessons will be like 10-15 minutes is my guess. And I'm going to try and do one a day and work you through the course. And I'll read and I will comment and I will read and I will comment. And you can come with me on the journey of A Course in Living Your Truth. Have a great day.